Yo everyone, welcome, Sanjay Uchiha here. So welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone's having a great weekend or whenever you're actually listening to this video. And yeah, so as you can already tell by the thumbnail and the title, we're set for another Dragon Ball discussion here or something like that, because honestly I didn't have any elaborate ideas on what I was going to really and truly do or talk about for this video. Like, I have an idea, obviously, can't be that clueless since I'm already just starting this stuff and I'm recording, but nothing too like super complex or elaborate. It's a case where I recently caught up with the Dragon Ball Super Manga. For the longest while I have been slacking in actually reading it. I've been basically just relying on like reviews and the community to hear what's going on in the manga from month to month for the longest while. Honestly, the last chapter I had read was probably like chapter 27 when Vegeta fought Beerus in that little match they had. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, but for the most part I decided to actually finally step in and catch up to the manga, which we're at chapter 45 for the latest chapter. The chapter came out about a week and a half or about 2 weeks ago, give or take. Yeah, and honestly I kind of felt the appearance to just kind of jump on here and just do a video talking about the experience catching up. So of course, with reading from chapter 27, I had the pleasure of reading through the Tournament of Power without waiting for the chapters to release on a monthly basis, so all in one go essentially. Now what I will say about the Tournament of Power, because we've basically talked about the Tournament of Power to death through watching the anime, and what I will say compared to the anime, the manga is no better or no worse for me personally. A lot of people were bashing it on during its run for some justified reasons in terms of its pacing. Some characters didn't get enough spotlight or shine. Some characters that could have been some backstory could have been elaborated on them a bit more. Power scaling and execution problems where characters like Kale and Caulifla were a concern, especially with Gohan stepping up to be the one to take out Caulifla. Ultra Instinct, Roshi versus Jiren, a lot of crazy stuff honestly. But despite all of these problems, I say without reservation that I honestly believe that the manga version of the tournament is no better, no worse than the anime, honestly. And I don't know, if you're one of the persons who've actually heard me talk about the manga in the past, I was a very big advocate of saying that the manga was better than the anime. But for the Tournament of Power, honestly, despite the problems, yeah, I can't really say the anime is better or worse. Honestly, because I feel that there are a lot of problems in the anime overall anyway that people overlook. Manga as well, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It was still fun reading through, honestly speaking, to see how things are done differently. But yeah, that's my take on the Tournament of Power in a nutshell for the manga version. Now onward to the current arc. We're 3 chapters in, and of course, if you didn't know at least, this current arc surrounds this character called Moro, who's actually a magic user whose power was sealed away 10 million years ago by this Supreme Kai that Majin Buu had absorbed to become fat essentially. So the Galactic Patrol has come to Earth to get Buu to somehow extract the Grand Supreme Kai in an effort to actually get him to combat Moro again, who has somehow regained his magic power and he's escaped Galactic Patrol and is now on Namek seeking the Dragon Balls to regain his youth and power. And that's where we currently are at in the Dragon Ball Super Manga. Of course, Goku and Vegeta have been roped in. They have temporarily joined the Galactic Patrol to help resolve this case, and they are currently on Namek fighting Moro, with Vegeta having basically lost his fight against Moro as he was the first one to step up, and it would seem like Goku will be powerless to do anything at all after this chapter as well. So yeah, that's basically the summary of the arc to date so far. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this arc is going to go down. I definitely love the premise. It's a different kind of vibe than the previous arcs, like the Tournament of Power, well, even the Broly movie per se. There's this Not that the tournament wasn't engaging, and not that the Broly movie wasn't engaging, because I definitely love the Broly movie, but that feeling of a threat, that feeling to really draw you in when Dragon Ball becomes very serious, this life or death kind of stakes. Just like how the Future Trunks and Goku Black arc did what it did for Super, it really pushed it up in terms of audience engagement, in terms of interest. And I feel like this current arc, even though the previous two arcs are engaging, this seems to be having a similar effect to me, because it's so different from what we've gotten in recent times, at least. Because honestly, it's basically a situation kind of reminiscent of like the whole King Piccolo wishing for youth and getting back his power, so it's not entirely new. But for the most part, we've gotten kind of, you know, I'm stronger than you, I gotta be stronger than you to beat you kind of villains or antagonists. So getting a magic user who Goku and Vegeta can't just outright beat like that, because Moro apparently has the ability to absorb life energy, which is similar to the energy that Goku needs for the Spirit Bomb. Essentially, it's the same type of energy, so Moro can actually absorb your energy while he fights you. He doesn't even have to make contact with you, much less. So that's gonna be interesting. So Goku and Vegeta can't just, you know, brawl their way through this guy, so they're gonna have to find some creative ways to actually go about this. And it's interesting because I feel like through Moro we'll be expanding the Dragon Ball story, the Dragon Ball lore to some interesting degrees, especially where Universe 7 is concerned. I'm not saying we're gonna get that, but it may be a good way to segue into probably some introduction of like demons or the demon realm, like in Dragon Ball Heroes, probably. I don't know, I'm just saying, because I feel the other universes are one thing, but I feel like there are a few things within Universe 7 itself that are yet to be explored. And Super, for the most part, even though we've explored some other universes, it still feels like they haven't full-blown taken advantage of all these new story elements, honestly speaking. And I feel like this arc is a step in the right direction for that. So yeah, but anyway, I did this video as one big glorified advertisement to say, hey, you can expect me to start talking about the Dragon Ball Super Manga, the new chapters that will be dropping from this point on a monthly basis, of course. So you can join me for chapter 46, which comes out in probably about 3 weeks, give or take. So yeah, but anyway, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the Tournament of Power in the manga, of course, as well as the current arc in the manga, of course. Yeah, with Moro. And what do you think about Moro as a villain? Yeah, but anyway, Senju Uchiha, rate, comment, subscribe. And of course, I need to give a shout out to all those persons who subscribed to me over the last month or two. I'm up to what, 111 subscribers now, so shout out to those who subscribed to me recently. Yeah, you'd think I'd probably do something as some big celebration for, you know, passing 100 subscribers, but I don't really have anything too fancy to do. But you know, saying thanks is still better than nothing. So thanks guys, and I hope you guys will join me for the content on this channel. I'm hoping to catch up with One Piece soon, hopefully. I don't know, I'm like 120 chapters behind. How I fell behind, just I don't know, it just, life just got crazy. But anyway, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys are having a great time, and yeah, see you guys in the next one.